Alright, everybody, hello and welcome back to Victoria 2 of the Supernations mod as the United States of America, and we are in the middle of the Mexican-American War, so fantastic stuff going on here. Our military should definitely be strong enough to handle whatever issues arise. We do have this army going into Pocatello. We are not going to be able to intercept them on time, so we're going to go ahead and circumvent our armies and see if we can go ahead and catch them there, get them to attack us. Otherwise, they don't really have much in the way of a military beyond this army. This is about half their military right there. That looks good. This looks good. That also looks good. Fantastic. We're encouraging intellectuals right now. We're actually making some pretty decent progress on that front. So let's go ahead and continue. Portugal went bankrupt. Great for them. We still have this bugged out army over here. We are mobilizing, so all these troops should be on the front relatively soon. Whether we actually need them is debatable, but we'll see how things go regardless. It will help. Okay, so you're going over here. Now we could... No, we can't really go to Cody. All we need them is to attack at least one of the armies, and then we'd be fine. Oh. Ignore that. So army should go, or this battle or war should go fairly quickly, I imagine. So Chihuahua, we just grabbed. Let's send you here. Actually, no, down here is fine. You're in Tampico. Let's send you over to here and then try to take Mexico City right after that. Look at that Rio Grande just sitting there. Plurality plus 5%. Fantastic. That's what we want. Let's get that research points going up. We have 75% plurality right now. We want that to be at 100%. So we get that plus 100% plurality bonus for our research speed. I got Nogales. Cool. All right, so what we're going to do is actually just go ahead and speed through this war. So go ahead and enjoy that. And super quick here, Liberian independence. So basically Liberia will request for independence, but there's a ton of events that we're going to have in the future that requires us to still have Liberia as a protectorate or vassal. And so making sure that we click that this is not in our interest is pretty crucial here. Because if we grant them independence, then that's not going to allow us to do all the events here in Africa as far as Liberia goes. So we're going to make sure that they stay dependent under us. And let's do that. There we go. Let's jump right back into the little time lapse. All right, and we are back. We have finished pretty much the occupation of Mexico, and now we have the opportunity to take the decision, annex all of Mexico. It's going to give us 25 infamy. We're going to be slightly above the infamy limit, but it should be fine. Usually it's not until you're about 2 to 3 points above the infamy limit that you actually start getting the negative events. So as long as we peace out now, we should be fine. So let's go ahead and take the annex all of Mexico decision. We'll gain the 25 infamy, but now we have a large amount of states to add. Now what do we do here? Do we make them all free states, or do we make some slave states? I'm thinking we could make, what, Zacatecas. So Sonora, of course, can be a free state. American Chihuahua can be a free state. American Durango, also a free state. Zacatecas can be slave state. Jalisco, let's see. Where are you? Right here, you are a free state. Mexico, you are going to be a slave state. American Leon, slave state. Yucatan, slave state. Morelia, free state, and Chiapas, free state. So there we go. All free states. So now that the war is over, we're going to demobilize and get our military back over to home. Get some of them right here. You stay there. You guys stay down here. You two armies are going to be sent up here to Hagerstown, right? Recruit map. Let's go ahead and change our rally point to, let's go to Philadelphia. And from there, we actually have a few events we can take. Let's take the Walmart Proviso first. And that is fine. The Austin Manifest I'm not going to take, obviously, because we are over the infamy limit by quite, well, not a ton, but it's going to cause some issues if we do take another 6 infamy, so that should be fine. Another 2 months we'll be out of the infamy limit, or the being over infamy. And that'll be great for us. Italian War of Independence. Looks like Austria's having its own little civil war issues. Fun for them. Mexican resistance forming. Okay, so we can either grant them limited autonomy, making them a vassal nation, or we can go ahead and deny that to them. Of course, they'll get nationalist agitation until 1868. Oh, sorry about that. Which is basically the end of the Civil War, and of course we're not going to do that. We're going to make things difficult for us. Intervene eventually or intervene immediately. Let's go ahead and do that. We now have the Corwin Amendment. Let's go ahead and activate that. And in fact, I'm pretty sure that's pretty much most of the rest of the events we can take. Meaning that now our consciousness is going to go up. The CSA is going to start getting a ton of cores all over our land. The Mormon Exodus, that's just happened. That's part of the base game, though. So, of course, now Deseret, who now has cores all over those areas. But Salt Lake City will be now growing quite quickly. We did take a literacy loss just because we annexed all these territories. But our intellectuals is still increasing, and hopefully that'll let us get our literacy or education efficiency up a little bit. Whew. Sorry, I'm just getting tired. Create general. We now have the ability to create quite a few more troops. Keeping in mind that a lot of these troops will be joining the Civil War. I'm going to game it slightly. And so my plan here is I'm going to probably delete all the Mexican infantry units. But if they are Texan or like if they're Confederate units, I'm actually going to keep them just because that'll hopefully... Well, basically the Civil War, when you mobilize your units, it's all based off of how many raised regiments you currently have. So right now, as you can see under it says current amount of raised regiments 38 multiplied by 400%. So we obviously have a limit of 190 units. We only currently field 25. Actually, it has a cap. I know that for sure. But you have to have a certain amount of brigades in the first place in order to be able to mobilize to a degree. I'm not entirely sure what the entire math is behind that, but that's all I've really found out. We're going to go ahead and just recruit some artillery units. I don't think we have much in the way of soldiers that aren't Yankee as of right now, simply because we are encouraging a lot of soldiers and a lot of our there's a lot of Dixie units in this army. And you are predominantly Yankee, some Dixie units. We were encouraging soldiers in states that are in the north. So there wasn't really much of an issue there. Otherwise, that's pretty much all. So now, of course, you can see right here we have all of the United States, continental U.S. Besides this area right here, we will be getting an event regarding that at some point. Let's go ahead and increase our relations with the Russians. And apparently we have a... we're actually not as bad of relations with the British as I thought I would, or we would. Whew. But that's fine enough. Looks like the Hungarians have yet to revolt. The Prussians are in the position to actually go ahead and form the North German Federation as soon as they get nationalism and imperialism, which I don't believe activates until 1850. And what else around the globe? Not too much, really. How's civilization going? Got 55% with the Shogunate Japan and 75% with Imperial Japan. It flip-flops quite frequently here. Typically, I've seen Shogunate Japan actually win, and Imperial Japan lose the little civil war they end up having. So it'll be interesting to kind of see what ends up happening there. We got pop growth increases. Fantastic. Should help us a little bit. Let's see, that's creating some more military units. Let's go ahead and get some Dragoons from some of these Yankees that we just got. Create another general. I think this might cap out too, because of course we have 43 leaders in general, but we only have 38. So it's not like it continues to increase. And we have all these closed factories, but we do have our capitalists working on things. Alright, and I think we're probably going to... Let's see, we can probably skip forward a little bit here, and we will come right back as soon as something interesting happens. So I'll see you guys in a few. Alright guys, we are back. I've done something a little bit different now. Actually, we're going to go with this event first. So 5440 or fight, sorry. As American and British settlers begin to move to the west coast of North America, there's been a growing dispute as to who owns the Oregon country. The entire region west of the Rockies, called Columbia by the British, has been explored by both countries, and there are legitimate claims on either side. The British claim all the way south to the 42nd parallel, and the Americans north to the 54th parallel. It's clearly a tense situation, and the specter of war with the British looms as politicians in the current election campaign are banging the drums of Manifest Destiny in order to gain support. We could either gain all of Oregon or at least try, but of course it's going to put us over the infamy limit, and we're likely going to be going to war against the British, or go ahead and settle on a compromise. That's a lot better of an option. Plus, with our current plans, we'll be taking all of Canada anyways. We're going to go with the safe option. I do not want to limit our military just yet. We're going to try to increasing it fairly soon here. So we're going to go ahead and settle on a compromise with the British. And of course, they accept. The British have agreed to a compromise, splitting the Oregon country between us at the 49th parallel. Any British lands held by us will be turned over to them, and vice versa. Although some Americans are upset, many others are breathing a sigh of relief. This will settle the matter once and for all. So we gain, obviously, prestige. The UK gains relations with us, and that's about it. This is random. That is fine. You can tell right here, the game is going a lot faster. And that's because I changed the recording program I was using. I was trying to do a ton of different things. One, I tried prioritizing Victoria 2, seeing if that would actually get the... Because, of course, we talked about earlier, the Victoria 2 only runs on a single core. It is not multi-core supported. And so with that, I decided, okay, maybe if I just remove the recording software from using my first and second cores, I can prioritize Victoria 2 to use the first and second cores, but I didn't do anything. Then I went ahead and started experimenting with different softwares, and right now I switched from my recording software from the actual recording or the editing software I use, and now I'm recording via the NVIDIA experience thing, and it seems to work a lot better as far as the recording goes. You can tell it's going a lot faster. This is how I want it to be, and I'm a lot happy with that. So we're gonna keep it like that. I'm sure you guys will like it a lot better instead of waiting for the game to go kind of slowly. Ooh, France was an ally. Probably not. Sorry, France, but I do not want to get a war with the Prussians. We're done with this. It's 1850 is when we get that tech. So I'm actually going to go ahead, and I want this tech only because we get Darwinism afterwards, which is going to be huge for us. So we're probably just going to chill on our research points for a little bit. Immigration push. Let them eat cake. Of course, let them eat cake. Makes me a lot happier. This is going a lot quicker. I'm sure it helps you guys as well as far as watching me. Play simply keep watching the time tick by incredibly slowly. So it should be much, much better with this. Michigan, make a state. Do not extend slavery. And minimum life rating, that's fine. And Costa Rica wants ally, but we're not going to ally. In fact, we're expecting Walker, the whole Walker and filibuster war event chain to happen relatively soon. Let's go ahead and jump on this tech and hopefully get that fairly soon. Let's increase liberals. And did it max out yet? Nope. But it's definitely going to help as far as getting that tech a lot earlier. And then we can go for nationalism and imperialism. And then probably go for some military techs. Because we need to start steamrolling through those if we want to really compete during the Civil War. And in fact, our intellectuals is at 1.59. I'm going to wait till it's at 2%. And hopefully that happens fairly soon. Literacy rate, it's definitely going up. So it's 0.04 as of right now. Belgium, I'm not sure if I care so much. Let's go ahead and actually lower army maintenance a little bit. Get some more cash flow in so we can build up our cash. Just because when Civil War starts, we're going to be definitely trying to vie for a lot more money. Dominican Republic can go ahead and ally. In fact, let's go ahead and sphere both of them so we can actually annex them later on. As soon as the preparations for a Union event occurs after the Civil War, any country in North America that we're on friendly terms with, such as being allied, having them on our sphere, having high relations, we can actually go ahead and annex them peacefully into the country. And so we're going to go ahead and try doing that. War against Taiping. Oh. Well, that's a small heavenly kingdom. Bohemia Moravia. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. So that definitely weakens Austria quite a bit. Because that's some of their most populous provinces over there. With this, let's go ahead and grab secret ballots. Kind of increase that immigration speed. And Dominican Republic, let's go ahead and increase opinions over here. And that's all fine and dandy. So actually, we're going to end this episode here. It's going to be a little bit short, just like the last one. But no worries. I'm planning on making sure these episodes release every day. And so you guys can have plenty to watch. Anyways, thank you all for watching. And let me do this super quick. Increase opinion. And yeah, alright. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. As always, please leave a like down below and consider subscribing if you would like to see more content just like this, more frequent uploads. If you have any suggestions, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time.